Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. If you can hear me, kindly send fire in the comment section. Let's begin this live chat breakdown. So, if you can hear me, I don't know who this one person is. If you can hear me clearly, just indicate in the comment section. Let's look at what the market has for us this week. Easter. How are you doing, brother? Happy New Week. Okay, we have 4 people on the live. You can as well share the live. You can as well share the live to your friends. Reach the kid. Good afternoon, bro. How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing okay. Hope your week started well. Mine didn't start quite well, but we are dealing with it. We are dealing with it. Market has been crazy these days. We have 6 people on this live. Let's get to 10 at least. Let's begin at 10 at least. Let's go. Keep up the good work, brother. We love it here. Thank you, my bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're doing it not just for you guys, but for ourselves as well. Coming on here every day saying the same thing over and over, seeing the same patterns. It actually helps you also to familiarize yourself with the chart and boost your confidence. Because when we come here and then we analyze trades and then give out setups, by the time I go back home in the evening and I see the thing playing, I'm happy because at least you know that you're heading towards the right direction. Terry, Chris, Daisy, Terry, I really appreciate it. You're welcome, my brother. Let's keep pushing. It's not easy. This journey is actually a very tough one, but together we can make it possible. I'm following and watching you from Ora City, Uganda. Oh, my Uganda brother. I appreciate you. So, without wasting so much of our time, let's just dive straight into it. Today, we'll be analyzing USDJPY. USDJPY should be by far my favorite pair so far, and for 2 reasons. Firstly, because it is a major currency pair, so the spreads are really low, and for another reason, it respects market structure it respects market structure. At least my win rate on USDJPY can be up to 65 to 70%. So that is the reason why I really like to focus on this pair. But if there is enough time, we're going to analyze USDJPY and another pair you guys have in mind. So I'll appreciate if you follow up this live, like really put in your all and all, so that by the time I'm done with USDJPY, I can recommend any pair I can analyze with you guys. Today is Monday, and according to my trading plan, I don't trade on Mondays. But I went against that trading plan today because of the very clean setup I saw on USDJPY and gold. I'm going to share the reason why I took that trade today. Sometimes we go against our trading plans, but if it's for a good reason, then I don't think I'm going to punish myself. But if this trade eventually goes against me, then I'm going to give myself a punishment because I actually went against my trading plan for a wrong reason. So without so much of our time, let's just dive into it straight and direct. So like I said, we're analyzing USDJPY today. And okay, let me share my screen. Let me search USDJPY. Alright, I think my screen is here. I think my screen is quite visible. Oh, wow, I love this. I love this. I actually have a guy on USDJPY. Okay, get moved. Where do I clear all these things? Section, we begin with our top-down analysis. We start from the daily time frame, and we go down to the 4 hours, and then we look for our entries. So for those who are familiar with my chart breakdowns, they know that I always go daily, 4 hours and 1 hour. Then I usually take my entry on the 1 hour, and few times I go down on the 15 minutes to see what it's giving. Okay, so on the daily time frame, what are you looking at? Oh, my screen blinks. All right. Let me share my screen once more. Let me share my screen once more. I don't know why this thing is doing this. You can see the screen now. Let me see. Okay, I think my screen is visible now, yeah? My screen now. All right, so what was I saying? I said on the daily time frame, as you all know, we don't take any decisions yet. We just want to look at what the market is doing. We like pay close attention to the overall trend of the market and see if it is giving us a kind of patterns. As we all know, patterns are very, very important. Why? Because it adds an additional confluence to the decisions we are going to take on the market, whether we are selling. Okay, so from the layman's view, we clearly see that USDJPY is on a downtrend. Yeah, it's obvious. It's on a downtrend looking at just what the market is doing here. But if you pay close attention on where this line is, this, should I say this level is, we can have three equal lows. And already, according to our double bottom chart pattern, when you have two double bottoms, it is already indicating that the trend of the market is about to change. So, just for example, we had this bottom here, market moved up, had this other bottom here, market moved up, and then we have the third bottom here. And what we are anticipating is the push of USD to the upside. So, what am I saying here? If there is any incomprehension, you can just write it down in the comment section. I have my phone right here with me, and I'm going to reply with that. So, what am I saying here? technical analysis is basically looking at what price did in the past to predict what price will do in the future. So looking at my chart from the daily time frame, what can I observe? I can observe a level where price came and touched that level 3 times, and it's giving me almost the same result. For example, right here on the 2nd of January, on the 28th of December, rather, 2023, on the 28th on the 23rd of, what am I saying? On the 28th of December 2023, the market came and touched support level, and then boom, it went right up and gave us a new high. Recently, 12th of September 2024, the market came back to that same level and touched and gave us another high, even though the high is lower than the previous high. That is like a lower high. But now price is down here, and what am I anticipating? Another push to the upside, and even if it's going to give me another lower high, from here to here is already enough reason for me to buy this market, because price will not arrive here anytime soon. So if I'm anticipating sales, I might fall in the trap. So basically, price came here, went up, and price came here and tapped on the 21st of April. And all what we can anticipate at this point is for price to go up. So even though from our naked eyes, we can see that the market is on the downtrend, but from this pattern, it is giving us a clear confirmation that the market is about to buy, and the USD currency is about to gain strength. If we mix all these fundamentals, we can also have an additional confluence, because the past few weeks, the USD was low because of the recent troubles Trump was having in the market and blah, 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 blah. But now we can realize that Trump is trying to make peace with China, and so the USD is also gaining its strength. And for those who always pay close attention to the dollar index, that is the TXY, we can realize that the TXY is also giving us a positive dollar. So that is another additional confluence to tell us that, okay, I think USDJPY needs to buy. So going down on the lower time frames, I'll be anticipating for buy opportunities and not sell opportunities. And even though some sell opportunities might come, but they will just be short themselves. I cannot really anticipate a very long swing trade on the sell, because I will be trading against the trend. I don't know if it is clear. If it is, just kindly indicate in the comment section, or if you have any question, just kindly indicate before we continue. So like I said, going down on the 4 hours time frame, I'll be looking for buy opportunity, because the market gave us equal lows here, and we are expecting the same thing that happened in 2023 to happen in 2025. The same thing that happened in 2023, 2024, and now it's happening in 2025 to happen and give us an increase in the dollar currency against the Japanese yen. So what next? After observing the daily time frame, all what I'm going to do here is basically what I do here sometimes is I mark some few key levels. As you all know, I trade pure trend lines. Yeah, trend lines mixed with support and resistance. So I think I can see a clear trend line somewhere around here. I can just mark that and bring it downwards. Okay. So, like I said, from my trend line, it is obvious that the market is on a downtrend. But looking at this pattern, we can realize a change of trend. So if there is a change of trend, I think there is also another small trend line around here that we can mark. Okay, perfect. So that is the daily time frame. We can understand what price is doing and where the market is heading to. So we can now move down to the 4 hours time frame to have a clear view of what the market is trying to tell us. All right, perfect. Moving down to the 4 hours time frame, I think the bias we had concerning the buy on USD becomes more clearer and clearer. Because if you can see right here, there is a support zone that has been marked. Price came here. There's a sorry, excuse me. There is a support zone that has been marked right here. And if you pay close attention to where price is, price came and tapped on that support zone and boom, it is now going up. So we can only anticipate or look for sell opportunities when price eventually comes around this trend line, and then we can look at the reactions of the candlestick to see if it might come back down before it breaks up. So as of now, we are looking for buy opportunities. Like I told you guys, I don't usually trade on Mondays, but I traded today because of all these things I'm telling you guys now. I woke up, I woke up around 7 a.m. in the morning and I saw these opportunities in the market. And added with all these confluences I'm telling you, it gave me extra confirmation to buy USDJPY. And even though there was a little stop loss hunt, but it didn't take me out because my stop loss was in a strategic position. So on the 4 hours, what can we see? We can see a clear support zone right here. Price came and tested 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th touch, boom, it had to break this level. Once it break this level, we had another small support right here. Price came, retested that support, and boom, it is now going up. So on the 4 hours, it is clear that we should be looking for a buy and not a sell. And even though on these 4 hours, we can draw a small, I think an inner trend line. Yeah, we have like an inner trend line right here. An inner trend line right here. So for some of us who were in this trade, our take profit 1 was on this trend line, on this inner trend line, and the take profit 2 was on this outer trend line. So it arrives on this first trend line. I'm going to close the position and let the other one run. My stop loss is somewhere around, somewhere down here. So as you can see, price came to haunt my stop loss, but fortunately for me, it was in a very good position. So going down now on the 1 hour, we are going to be looking for if there is an opportunity to buy. But at this point in time, it will be very risky for us to take a buy trade. Why? Because price has already moved past this level. This support level was where we would have ideally entered. But just because we would have ideally entered, but now price has already moved up and it's almost hitting at CP1. And it's almost hitting at CP1. So this is not an ideal place for us to get in. We can only anticipate an entry when price eventually breaks this inner trend line. So immediately it breaks this inner trend line, we can enter aggressively. Someone like me, I'm an aggressive trader. Immediately it breaks this trend line, I'm going to add another position again and target this next high that is close to this other close to this other trend line. So on the 4 hours, for those who are still skeptical, I don't think it is really ideal for you to take a trade here. But I'm not saying anybody, Papa. I did wait, I give the patience. When I see an entry, even if it's on the 4 hour, I take it. But most of the times, I take my trades on 1 hour. So let's move to the 1 hour and see what price has for us. Like I told you guys, I always like to keep my trading simple. I'm still to learn indicators. But at the points, I don't really think I will really need it that much because I just believe that when you have so many things in mind, it affects your analysis and it brings in FOMO, fear of missing out. You're just like, okay, if I get in here, and in fact, it just brings in so many troubles in your mind. Whereas when I keep my analysis simple, okay, I calculate my risks. I know that anytime here, I'm ready to lose this $50 or $100. Okay, my screen is gone. Let me try to share it once more. I had a problem. I had an issue. Do you take an entry of? Good. Gold, no, I don't take, I rarely take entries on gold on 1 hour. Most of the times I go on 30 minutes. And that is because one, not only the dips on gold are so expensive, but that 1 hour on gold, when you look at the amount you're risking, you're hard to cut because one small stop loss move like that is still 400 pips. And if your entry is 0.1 lot like that, you're risking $400. So no, to minimize my stop loss at times, I always go down on the 30 minutes and get my entry on gold. Yeah, so I'm still trying to familiarize myself with gold though. I am not too versed with it. Let me say I still have the beginner's fear when it comes to buying gold. When it comes to trading gold, I'm still very skeptical. But that is why my favorite pair is USDJPY, and that is the reason why I wanted us to start with it today. Okay, so let's move down to the 4 hours. I think my chart is good now. Let's move down to the 1 hour. All right, perfect. Now, here we have our 1 hour, and what is the market telling us? Guys, I took this trade this morning around. Okay, initially I was expecting price to come here and bounce from here and move up. So my stop loss was somewhere down here, but eventually market doesn't owe you a perfect market structure. Market came down here and almost hit my stop loss, but fortunately for me, it was a strategic position. Now it is moving up and very soon it will hit my TP1. Like I told you guys, my TP1 is on this trend line and my TP2 is on this other trend line that intersects with this resistance. So my chart resembles the trade I'm in at the moment. It resembles something like this. It resembles something like resembles something. Yeah, it resembles something like this. I don't know why my screen. Oh la la. I don't know why my screen is tripping. Let me just try to. But I have my phone on me. If my screen eventually trips, I'm going to adjust before we continue. Okay, I think everything is visible now. Okay, so this is the entry I had this morning, like I was telling you guys. My entry point, what I was initially anticipating for is for market to consolidate on this support zone, then move up. But price came down and to be honest with you, I freaked out because I was really scared that the market was going to misbehave. But as you all know, pure price action is king. Market structure doesn't lie. So the market came back now up and I'm now in profit. So what I'm anticipating for the market to do is once it arrives this level, let me mark this level. Once it arrives this level, I'm going to close one position and let the other one and break and take the other position and break even. That is, take my stop loss to my entry and then let the other position to run. So in this particular trade, what we can anticipate at the moment, is for price to break this inner trend line. And then we get it aggressively for the buy and target the next trend line that is up. That if you can see right here, the trend line right up intersects with the resistance. And the resistance is quite strong because it has been respected here once, twice, thrice, and now it's going to be the fourth time. So there is a high possibility that if price doesn't hit this, if price breaks this inner trend line and goes up, once it arrives here, we are going to have a reaction for a downside, even if it's going to be a little pullback, but price cannot just break this level like that. Even on CPI day, I don't think price can just boom, break just like that. This area is a very strong area. So what we are going to anticipate on this market is for price to break this trend line. And this trend line also intersects with the resistance. But this resistance is not that strong because it has been violated some few times. It respected here once, twice, got violated here, respected here, got violated here, got violated again, and now we had this violation right here too. So this resistance is not really a strong resistance, but it must not be neglected. Reason why my take profit one was right here. Once price arrives here, I'm going to close one position and break the other one and take the other one and break even. And then anticipate for the market to break this trend line for me to get in on another trade. So what I mean anticipating on this trade, let me take this off the screen because this is the trade I was in and it's not really that important to you guys. So what I mean anticipating on USDJPY at this point, we are anticipating a buy from this level. We are anticipating a buy from this level. Our stop loss somewhere down here, and I'll take profit right here, giving us a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. So let me just use this direction, this part to and show you what we are anticipating. So we can get it immediately. But for those ones be conservative, you can wait. Let me try this part and then explain what I'm about to do. What I'm saying. Oof, my screen is tripping. My screen. Man. Oh.
Screen is tripping still.
Damn, guys, man. I don't really know why this screen is doing me like this. But I'm back, and I'm active. Oops, we only have 4 people here left. Uh, all right. If you can hear me, please. For real. We have been concluding with USDJPY by now. I don't see why it's taking through. Well, if you don't have 10 people on this live, I'm going to end it. I need at least 10 people for us to conclude with this USDJPY. I don't see a need coming here without having people around. Wow. For the 3 people that are left here, let me just give you the analysis I have in mind. And then alright, perfect. Parisian Jeantle, I can see you. Please. Perfect. Let me share my screen. Can't see the screen. It's not showing. For real, let's move, Brandon. No time, no time, no time, no time. Just refresh this patient. I'm trying to share my screen, guys. All right, yeah. We back. This thing is actually giving me low spirit mass. Okay, so let me just give you guys an analysis before I go. We're on USDJPY and guys, you know what? I'm going to end this live now, and hopefully we're going to start this screen problem before the live tomorrow. So I'm really sorry for inconveniences, and I'm sorry for all what is happening today. But this a screenshot of the analysis I have on USDJPY will be sent in the group. So stay tuned. I'm going to send the analysis in, so that everyone can look and follow up. Can you just send us the signals, the TP and SL? The thing is that it is not an immediate entry. It is the analysis. You need to take your time and watch how it plays before you get in. I cannot just send you the TP and SL and expect you guys to enter. I don't know if I don't know, maybe you arrived late, but I'm actually anticipating a break of a trend line, a retest before we get our entry. So I think I've drawn the path I'm anticipating. I'll send in the group, and then you guys are going to follow it up with me. Yeah, you guys are going to follow it up with me. So I think that's the best we can do now. I really wish I could explain it here, but my screen isn't sharing. I don't know why. My screen isn't sharing. Yeah, it is a bad actually. Yeah, so I'm going to send it in the group after this live, and you guys can follow it up with me. Yeah, of course. When it arrives at the point of interest, you cannot just enter like that. You pay close attention to price action, to the candlesticks, the reaction of the candlesticks before you get in. But I believe the update is going to be shared in the group as it goes. If I eventually take the trade, I'm going to let you guys know and give an immediate signal. So let's do it like that. The screen doesn't want us to continue this live, and my connection has very tricky. But I promise you guys, everything will be sorted out before the live of tomorrow. So see you guys in the next one.